Hey guys, hey, we want to talk about you're kind of getting hoodwinked on property taxes today. Hope you love it. Uh, Property tax, why you pay and how to opt out. Now, I did a lot of research on this because I've been getting a lot of calls and people really, they hate the fact that they're paying this property tax and they have no idea why they're paying it. They believe that it's to support the schools and all those types of things. Really, but anyone that has any idea about the educational system, it's really modeled after the Soviet Union's system. I guess they discovered a way to keep us ignorant. So, there's plenty of funding for the schools. So it's really not getting anything, from your donations for your property tax. They figure it in there to make it more complex, to get you, deeper into the programming that they've set up. And most things in your life, it's from programming. And they'll give it to you backwards. Like I just said to my girlfriend at breakfast today. She's telling me that it'll be 40 tomorrow, 40 the next day, and next week it'll be 60. Well, almost never has that been right, because it's like they have a fraudulent way and a fraudulent nature in everything they present to you, to sell it to you, to make you believe that it's true. Kind of like the scamdemic that they're doing to us now, getting everyone to believe all these people are dying, and that just because they get sick and they get the flu, that you gotta restrict your air, and that's just backwards. It really is. If you're not sick and the people that are wearing masks are sick, how are you going to get sick? It makes no sense to me. But anyway, this is about property taxes. If you take a look at things, paying property tax is one of those things when most Americans have accepted as if it was a way of life. However, most people are unaware as to why they pay taxes in the first place. If you knew why you pay this tax, you could then choose whether or not to pay it. Because like all taxes in this country, the property tax is not mandatory. Okay? If you knew the truth, would you continue to pay? I suspect not. Some of you will say that property tax goes to support education. We know it's not. And if you don't pay property tax, then you don't care anything about educating your children. See how they kind of play on the strings on your heart? This is a far cry. This is the cry of all good socialists, the enemy of Americanism and principles of limited government and natural rights. To other types of tax, the other type of tax is indirect tax. Indirect taxes are on particular activities or taxes levied at the point of purchase. If you don't want to pay tax, don't engage in the activity. Don't purchase the items taxed. For example, if you want to smoke, you got to pay that tax. If you don't smoke, then you don't have to pay the tax. So you see what they're trying to say? Lawfully avoiding indirect tax is easy. Just don't participate. Don't smoke. And so on. There's a lot of other things. You just have to use your imagination. Property which is taxed is always identified by one of the three commercial classifications: residential, industrial, and agricultural. So, have you found out which one of those you are? Because that's the classification you have to be under to pay the tax. So did you look up residential and what that means? Agricultural? Look that up to see what that means. Look up industrial. Which one of these do you fit under? What's the definition? I mean, that's like super critical, isn't it? If you don't know the definition of something and you don't understand, how can you, logically pay it if you don't understand? I mean, you just have to understand. If you care about, you're paying a tax, you're volunteering because you're not educated, you don't understand what the particulars are, you should research it. That would be the first place to start if you wanted to not pay the tax, because I'm telling you, they're voluntary. They are voluntary, absolutely voluntary. So I'll give you this last little bit here before I go. Remember, in the United States, each citizen has the right to live his or her life without paying any tax at all. All taxes are voluntary. Learn why you pay taxes, and you can learn how to stop paying them. And those who insist that you are somehow hurting people by not paying taxes to the government, when the government starts living within the limitations which we the people have imposed on them, when they stop violating our natural rights and show that they can be trusted with the powers we the people have granted them, when they stop trying to force us to pay their socialist, un-American programs, then we consider whether or not we're worthy of receiving a portion of the fruit of our labors. Until then, I say, let government starve. Now, you got to think about just the basic things. No one thinks about the basic things, and that's how they get every one of us. That's how they get every one of us. You don't understand the basic things about things that are going on. That's why you have to go to a doctor, you have to go to an attorney, But, there's a doctor and attorney's not involved in taxes. So it's on you, the individual, the man or the woman, to do your research and do your due diligence. Now, I've discovered a very simple process, a 2-letter process, to get yourself in the right position or the right classification without ever mentioning the word taxes, and then you're not taxable. If you're interested in that, give me a call. My number will be listed below this video. And please don't call before 10 a.m. or 11 or 10 a.m. or 10 p.m. at night, as I'm so busy. I need to get my sleep and shut my phone off at night because it just rings all night. But I'll talk to you soon. If you're interested in doing this, just give me a shout and we'll figure out what the donation is. Please hit my subscribe button down here so you can get my latest videos. And check out my website link that I'm going to place below. Thank you.